The late 1970s and 80s were years of steady ministry, worship that brought the community together, Sunday school that nurtured children and youth, and mission that reached beyond the church walls. Families who had called Woodbine home for decades stood alongside new families who were just beginning their journey here.
I came to Woodbine in 1978. That young adult group, which was Lucinda and Luann and Nancy and all those folks that they had grown up with, they just kind of took me in. Really, it was a very welcoming community. I would say the Sunday school class is what kind of drew me in. We had different Sunday school classes for almost every age group. Vacation Bible School was a huge thing at Woodbine. Involved a lot of people. We were very elaborate in our sets and the teaching and the costumes. The life of the church was very vibrant. With potluck dinners, we had them at least monthly, which was a huge event. And sometimes we did them after church, and sometimes they were on a Sunday evening. There was always something going on at church. That was where we spent most of our time together.
I just remember always being at church on Sunday. I remember so many children were here at the time, and we just had the best time.
Thank you, Sunday school teachers, that developed my spirit, and we just had such a good time. They showed God's love, and that was something I wanted to be a part of.
We had a huge youth group, and many of that group of people stayed here through the years, and became leaders just as their parents at the yes. There are so many people that sat in this meeting room that were such role models to all of us. In the secular world, we call them the greatest generation.
Yes.
But I think that's what they were here as well.
By the 1990s and into the 2000s, the neighborhood around the church began to change. Businesses moved in, families moved out, and Woodbine grew more diverse. These shifts brought both challenges and new opportunities. The true turning point in our recent history began around 2006, when Woodbine began working side by side with the Hispanic community from Arlington, renovating the Memorial Building into a new worship space. That partnership was later formalized in a covenant agreement, planting seeds of a bilingual, multicultural ministry that would shape our future.
When Premier Iglesia, when we first started to have the conversations about forming a partnership with them, we really had no idea how that would look. But we were excited about kind of a new birth, new life coming in, and recognized that the neighborhood was changing in a lot of ways. And so we wanted to be a part of that. And so when Premier Iglesia came, it kind of brought some new energy, and it helped us to learn how to work with people that were not of our own culture. It wasn't always seamless or easy, but it was never difficult. You know what I mean? It seemed that everyone wanted to make that work, and we found ways to make it work. Premier Iglesia was a lifeline that kept Woodbine open.
Me encontré con una foto que cuando primero vinimos aquí hicimos la primera obra junto con los americanos, que fue la de repartir bolsas de papas, y pues esa foto me trajeron mucha memoria bonita porque fue una cosa que hicimos entre las dos iglesias como la primera vez trabajando juntos.
Esta iglesia como tal significa para mí una gran familia, y la verdad es que doy gracias a Dios todos los días de mi vida, porque desde que llegué tengo una familia espiritual.
Para mí significa mucho porque vengo a un país en donde soy inmigrante, no tenía pues familia biológica. Sé, como decir, aprender a valorar a las personas que me rodeaban aquí, mis hermanos en la fe.
Voy ahí porque allí hemos encontrado una familia aquí. Siempre se siente el amor que nos hemos tenido unos por los otros, porque la iglesia somos nosotros, ¿verdad? El templo somos nosotros.
After seasons of both growth and decline, the official merger with Primera Iglesia in 2020 became a powerful testimony that God's timing is always perfect. Then came the COVID-19 pandemic, a season unlike any we had ever faced. Yet even in isolation, Woodbine found creative ways to remain connected.
I remember the early days of the pandemic. Probably one of the fondest memories that I have was just doing Woodbine on Wheels and going to different people's houses and worshiping. I just thought, to me, that was a very, very meaningful time, because that's when a lot of people stopped coming to church and became permanently distanced from, maybe their church community. And I think Woodbine did a fantastic job of keeping us going. And then when we had worship outside in the parking lot up on the rooftop, I really thought a lot of times that was a God thing, because that was a hard thing to put together. For as small as we were and the resources that we had, I thought we were probably as effective as any church in keeping the doors open and letting people worship.
In recent years, new families have come to call Woodbine their church home. Some were drawn by its history, others by its community outreach, and many by the warm welcome they found here. The reopening of the Memorial Building as shared community space has been another sign of God at work. Our members and partners took on the work themselves with only $1,500 and 27 volunteers. With partners like Cosecha Community Development, Project Transformation, Voce de Nashville, and Bike Fund, we are more than a church building. We are a hub of faith, service, and community. Though more than 4,000 members have passed through Woodbine across the decades, today's strength comes from a faithful core alongside new families who bring fresh energy. Together, we are discovering that even with limited resources, God multiplies our gifts. We remember our past with gratitude, but we also claim our future with hope. As one longtime member put it, the church is in its season. This is the best time I've seen God working in this church.